Hi guys, welcome back to Kitchen Kolony, and thank you so much for joining me today. I must take some time to thank my subscribers and also my new subscribers. I'm so appreciative. Thank you for joining the family. And I hope you have enjoyed your Christmas holidays. I hope everybody is healthy and feeling well. Now today I'm going to show you something that I do after a big holiday and I have some meat left over. I don't have enough for a complete meal, but I do have enough to make a meal that everyone can enjoy. So let's make a pastel pie, Jamaican style. Here we have some mixed vegetables. You can use more or less if you want. You're going to need some coconut milk and also some cream cheese. And I'm using the Chive Philadelphia cream cheese. I'll be using a cup and a half cornmeal, and we want to use a very fine cornmeal, not the very coarse one, the fine one almost like powder. I'm using a cup and a half. Then we have some fresh vegetables, tomato, sweet pepper, and some red onions. Now I'll be using some beef mince, but if you're using chicken and turkey mince, you're going to need some vegetables to make it moist because it tends to get very dry. Now in this video I'm using mincemeat, but here's an example of using your leftovers. In my pan I'm dicing some chicken pieces. Now if you have beef you do it the same, or if you have fish you do it the same. You may break it, tear it, do whatever you want. And this is the best time to use gravy. If you have leftover gravy, add some to it because you want a little moisture. Now after you've done that, the steps are the same. You follow it just as I'm doing here. Mozzarella cheese and cheddar cheese is needed. Now here we have a tablespoon of green seasoning, a teaspoon of garlic, crushed garlic, and half a teaspoon of jerk seasoning, a tablespoon of sazon, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of complete seasoning. Now we have some mixed savory spices, which consists of cumin, dill, all the other savory spices roasted and crushed, and then half a teaspoon of black pepper. Now in a hot pan we put our mince in, and we're going to add water. Now we're going to cover it and allow it to cook for about 5 minutes, and then we come and stir. After 5 minutes, let's check. Yes. Now we're going to add some water and allow it to cook. We're going to add a cup of water and allow it to cook. And we let it cook for about 15 minutes. Now our mince is properly cooked and it's time to season. It's time to add our green seasoning, garlic, and our jerk seasoning. So as usual, mix it together and then use it. Mix it in. Turn up my stove. Now it's time to add the garlic, the black pepper, and the sazon seasoning, and the complete seasoning, sorry. Now the mixed spice and the black pepper, I will stir it in. Now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of oil. Not so much, maybe less oil. Why? Because I'm making a roux so that I can get this sauce thick. Now I'm going to add some flour in the oil. Then I'm going to add some water. I think I need some more flour. Now it's time to add some water. Now this is what we want. We turn our stove off and this is what we want. Alright? Now in my pot, you notice I have 1 cup of stock and half a cup of coconut milk. Now I'm going to season it just as we'd season rice and peas. I'm going to use a stock cube, a teaspoon of thyme, green seasoning and garlic, some onion, now we're going to taste to see if you need salt. Because of the stock cube, we may not need salt. I'm going to add about ½ teaspoon of pepper flakes because I want a little spice. This is optional, but I just need a little spice in mine. Now the last thing I'm adding is my mixed vegetable. And I'm going to allow it to cook for about 5 minutes. 5 minutes after, it's time to turn the stove off and we're going to get ready to put the cornmeal in. This is 1½ cup, but I don't know if I'm going to use all of it. So let us start with a little at a time and we use it quickly. We whisk it so that it doesn't get lumpy. The idea is not to have lumps. A little more at a time so that we don't have any lumps, and we whisk it so that we don't develop that lump. Add some more. See, we've used just a little bit more. We don't want it to be very tough. So this is what we want, and we have to start moving quickly now. And I've only used the cup because there's a ½ cup. So now it's time to go and layer our casserole. Now, at this stage we have to move quickly because we don't want the cornmeal to get very tough. But because after you take it off the stove, it's going to start getting hard and it's continue to cook. So we want it to be pliable when we're putting it in the dish. Now, at the bottom of our dish, we're going to spoon some. But we're going to leave some for the top. You can use a lot of cornmeal if you want, but I want a thin layer. So I am not using too much at the bottom. Remember, we're going to put some at the top. On top, but you can use any one you want. I'm using chive. You can use any other one you want. Careful, because it will take it up. Now the secret to this, guys, is the cornmeal. Make sure your cornmeal is seasoned well. Just be very careful because to start taking up the cornmeal, we don't want that. But we just want to put a thin layer before we put anything else. Now that's what we want, a thin layer. It's a bit difficult sometimes, but just take your time until you work it. And now it's time to layer our vegetables, the fresh vegetables. So we'll start off with the onion. Maybe you can start off with whatever you like. If you don't like onion, omit it. Now this is a great dish of vegetarians. You can stir fry your mushroom, your cabbage, your whatever vegetable you like, and layer it just as we did the meat. Now it's time to add the mince. Notice I'm draining off the oil. I don't want the oil, yeah? Just lay it like this. I've decided to use all of this, but you can use less if you want to. So if you have gaps, you just fill it. I take in some from you. I think you have a lot. And make sure every part is filled. Okay. Now when you get to the top, it's best if you use a fork to spread it. Now we want a cheesy top, so we're going to sprinkle a little mozzarella on top. Your choice how much you want, yeah? Remember, mozzarella doesn't really have any flavor, so we want some cheddar now to balance it. So use a fork to spread it evenly. And this one will give you flavor because it's the mature cheddar. But use any cheese you like. Now remember, the cornmeal is not yet cooked, so when it gets in the oven, it's going to start cooking and then start swelling. So that's why when you use a thin layer, it comes plumped at the end. That's about it. Color, we just add a little paprika. Just sprinkle on the top. And then we're going to add some parsley, but when it's finished. Now we're going to put it in the oven, 150 Celsius, for about 25 to 30 minutes. Now it's time to give a shout out. Thank you all you subscribers who have been trying our recipes, and this week we'll give a shout out to Peter. Peter's tried the cake, the traditional cake, and also the grape nut ice cream. Thank you so much, Peter, and I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it. So guys, if you've tried any of our recipes and you'd like to send it in, please send us a picture or a video and we'll post it in our next video. Thank you guys. Here we have it guys, our pastel pie is done and ready to be served after it is cooled. Now it's time to sprinkle on some parsley, and this is just for garnish. Guys, this is a perfect way to use all your leftovers. Don't throw it out. Use it to make a pie, a hearty meal. Now, when it is finished baked, it's best you let it cool for about 15 minutes and then you slice, because you get a better slice then. Here you have it guys, served with a generous helping of gravy. Now guys, if you've enjoyed what you've just seen, please remember to share it, give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Guys, I'm so thankful for my new subscribers, and all my old subscribers, thank you for faithfully coming every week to watch my videos. And please remember to click on the notification bell so you'll be alerted whenever I upload a video. Thank you again for watching and happy holidays. Bye bye.